walk invisible. Can't see him, propane, gotta show your mask, can be real slow. Ring walk, crowd roar, lights dim, stage glow. All the chairs crack, bodies hit the mat. Underappreciated fans know where it's at. Wrestle tales told, every champ, every stat. Blood, sweat, and steel cage, that's a fact. In a world unseen, wrestling dreams ignite. Power bombs, drop kicks, midnight fights. Ropes tight, spotlight, no freaks in the sight. Underappreciated hearts, keep it real, keep it tight. Underappreciated hearts, keep it real, keep it tight.
Woo! Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to P.U.W.F, the Wrestling Talk. I want to say this now before we start. I just had some breaking news. We are not going to see Drunk Walk for a couple weeks. He's going to Alaska to find his bears. So, in light of that, RIP for now, Mr. Drunk Walk.
In the eyes of an angel, we shall miss you. Oh.
All right.
I miss that handsome man.
I know, sir. We'll find some love for you too. We'll find some love for you. Duels is the way to go. Now, welcome to the podcast for Unappreciated Wrestling Fans, where we talk about news, rumors, topics of wrestling, and otherwise. Now, if Joe BNCO comes in between the hour of this show, then it turns into 3 hours, and I'm just going to bye-bye. But normally, we have 3 topics to talk about during the week of wrestling, and we discussed about it. If people come in and leave their comments, please do. Like, subscribe, share, comment, follow all that jazz. Mr.FLINT810 on YouTube. Mr. Joe Space BNCO on YouTube. Mr. Kane the Destroyer on YouTube. Mrs. Kardala Mohammed with 1 M on YouTube. And myself, Rican Reaction. Don't really care about myself, so whatever. So, first topic. We're going to go from a list to Flair to then the Rat Riddle. First up, top 10 list of tag teams.
Lights down, low, we're in the zone. Talking legends on the microphone. Steel case.
All right. Now, we talked about this. We talked about this, D-Walk, on the other show a couple weeks ago. Actually, a week ago. On our message chat on Messenger about the top 10. We saw there Bianca and Jade is number 1, Fraxton is number 2, and everything else. What are your thoughts on Bianca and Jade being number 1, top 10 tag teams in the last year?
Somebody got to be goddamn drunk to make this list right here. This shit don't make no sense. Yep. If anything, FTR shouldn't have been number 10. They should have been at least, to me, at least top 5. Bloodline should have been at least the top 3.
True.
Bloodline carried that man for what, almost 2 years now? Come on. Who wrote this? Vince Russo?
What bothered me about this, honestly, is that Bianca and Jade, yes, they just became a tag team. I'm going to turn the camera here. Oh, look at you. 1 second. There you go. I turned off. You had FTR. You had a couple of tag teams, as we know. You had a couple of people come in there in and out. It just bothers me that I'm gonna get the number right here. Here we go. So we have Bianca, Fraxium, Bishamon, the Young Bucks, TMDK, the ABC. These are real tag team names.
Yeah.
Saito Brothers, the Bloodline, Crazy Star, and FTR. Now, tell my girlfriend and Bianca and Jade are number 1. Top 10 of the 100 tag teams.
Okay. Yes, invisible woman just walked into the room. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. We did talk about this.
Last week, I think. Go on now, think about it.
I don't know. I haven't seen them fight that much, so I can't make like an objective judgment, but I don't know that's I don't know if I agree with the number one statement.
And you know what Fraxium is, which is Axiom and Frazier. That's you know, they've been killing it as a tag team. They've been consistent.
And I mean, what we said for them was that while it's been repetitive, like they're good fights, you know, like good fucking matches. It's just they keep doing the same shit over and over. But yeah, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, I've really only seen them fight like once or twice, and that was when they won the belt. And I remember Alex telling me, like, I think Jade, right?
Yep, that's Jade. Jade,
like, had a lot of botches in the past, stuff like that. And it's like, that's fine. Everybody learns and improves. But I don't know. I guess I'm just neutral towards it. Like, I want to see women of color succeed and thrive.
Well, of course.
But I want to see that across the board. And I feel like they have their hands spread so far that it's just with WWE and NXT, like, and they need to rein it in a little bit.
There's not a lot of diverse in the sense of like color tag teams of women's side, and even like tag teams of again, Joe said this last week that last NXT, like, why is it always like a black guy has to be with a black guy, Latino has to be with Latino. Like, it's always like the color balance has to be the same color in order to be a tag team, which fucking sucks.
It's like, and I do kind of agree with what Joe has said in that, like, maybe they are kind of put into a box, and I want to see more in the characters. Like, they're good wrestlers for sure, but I want to see like more from the characters and more than they're getting. You know, like everything that happens is production, and that doesn't just apply to WWE. Like, that's with a lot of shit that we watch. The Circle, example given.
Oh my god, I need to start in the fucking Circle.
Yeah, but
the point I want to say here too as well, they're the only, basically, the one of two tag teams of color on the top 10. One of two, that's it. Bishamon, Fraxium, Axiom, and Frazier, one white guy, one Latino, right? Bishamon, I think Bishamon are two white guys. The Young Bucks are two white guys from Rancho Cucamonga, California.
Okay.
The ABC, I don't know who they are, so I can't tell you if they're color. The Saito brothers, they're black?
They're black.
They're black. The ABC are 6 and they're black. So we got 3 tag teams of color.
Okay.
The Saito brothers were Japanese, but that's NJPW. I don't look at them as color. I look at them as they're just NJPW. They're just over there, and that's their thing over there, and whatever. Crazy Star, I have no idea who they are, so whatever tag team they are, whatever. FTR, 2 white guys. So in this, you have 1, 2, 3. The Mighty Don't Kneel, TMDK, Australian, white. 3, 4, 5 white guys. 3 black guys, 3 black African American tag teams, and 1 Japanese. 1.
Okay.
Japanese tag team ain't that great either. They only have like a very few handful of tag teams over there, but they're famous.
And so that's like, is that like worldwide, like best tag teams?
Yes, all around the world. Top 10 of 100 around the world.
Okay. Well,
that's why, because FTR's in AEW, the Young Bucks are A&W, the Mighty O'Neil I think are in AEW, the ABC are someplace else, and Bianca and Fraxium are in WWE. Bishamon are not in WWE. That's
obviously, I'm only familiar with WWE, so a lot of these I just don't know.
Well, I understand completely. I understand.
Yeah. What do you guys think about it?
D-Walk said his thoughts. I really hate this shit because it's kind of like an ironic twist. They're the number 1 tag team, but 1 or 2 of them only deserve it.
Yeah.
Jade doesn't deserve anything until she gets better, and she knows she needs to get better. And I'm sorry to be a harsh critic for everyone. I'm not going against Jade at all, but Jade needs to get better, so the critics get less and less and less until there's none. For every match, there's a botch. Even Nia Jax and God rest her botchability. She botches at least once every 3 matches or once every 2 matches. So she's not getting better.
Well, and my issue with like wrestlers like Nia Jax is the Nepo babies, basically.
Yeah.
Like the ones who just
cousin to the Rock. She is cousin to the Rock, yeah.
There you go. And I don't know. It's like if you're gonna go into something like wrestling, like you have to put in the training, no matter the time for training. Like it doesn't matter how important you are, who you know, like put in the fucking time.
And she's been there way longer than Jade, and she has not gotten better. That's the part I want to say. And there's other tag teams that should have been there. I'm not saying Hank and Tank. I'm not saying OTM, because OTM shouldn't even be on the list at all. If I check that list later and find out that OTM's like near the 30s or the top 40s, when they lose constantly, they shouldn't even be on the list. Because the list is based on how long you have a championship, how good are your matches, the believability, the promos, outside the ring, inside the ring. That depends on everything. And Bianca and Jade can play those people that are angry at each other and angry at other people. Wrestling-wise, Bianca's the only one that's good. And Jade's not. And Bianca has only done wrestling for relatively only less than 6 years. And learned it. Yeah.
No, I find that Bianca and Jade on there, so they should have had Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker on there.
But that was a short-lived tag team. Short 2 months. They were dominating, and boom, that's it. But the point I want to say,
Who was that?
Braun Breaker is a really good wrestler.
Okay.
And then,
the name before?
Yeah, they're two. And Baron Corbin's another wrestler as well. Separately, they didn't really work out at the time that before they turned to a tag team. Once they got into a tag team, it actually worked. But it was very short-lived, only 2 months. Because Corbin had to do something, and they had plans for Braun Breaker. They wanted to take him up to the main roster, so that happens.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
The fucking Hardys is not. They should be top 5, at least top 10. They
just got here. They just got back to being a tag team. That's why, like, they can't count it. They go back all the way to the beginning of the year until now. So I understand that. Like, Hardys just got here a month ago, so maybe 2 months. So that's probably why Baron Corbin and this guy's not there, because they've only been there for 2 months. They only had like maybe 4 matches, maybe at most, and then they separated. But again, I digress. I just hope they make an actual list for an actual tag team. So I'm not saying Axiom and Fraser are badass. They're consistent, but they're repetitive. They're always fucking repetitive. That's why I get mad. I get bored with tag teams. If there's variety and there's enough tag teams that you can spread each other apart for weeks or months at a time, then you have like 8 or 9 tag teams.
Yeah. I mean, I can't speak for like I said, anything except for WWE, but they definitely have been reusing the tropes like over and over and over again with the tag teams and just in general. So
sick of it. They're being lazy. Because if you just did a tag team battle royal and you have 8 to 9 tag teams, you need to start making storylines where it lasts a month or 2 months. Exactly. A month or 2 months, and then you cycle. And you cycle. That's what they used to do. That's how they did it back in 2015-16 in NXT Gold. There was only like 6 tag teams, but they cycled villainy and hero so many times. It was entertaining. There was literally 2 Latino wrestlers with a guy dressed as a little bull. There's a little person, in a bull costume. They had a rivalry with 2 guys whose their gimmicks, they would dress up like 1920s, like the bare knuckle brawl you see like this in the pictures. That's how they would dress, and they would wrestle like old timey people. They would do stretches and things that you only saw in carnivals back in the 1920s. But since they were trained by wrestlers who were in carnies, it was a good ass gimmick. But then one person had a beautiful voice and went someplace else in WWE, and another person got fired. So that's what I mean. But I forgot. They're called the Vaude villains. I'm gonna find you a match of those. Really funny fucking matches. They're a really great tag team, but they came in a time when you had to fight two Latinos and a bull, two guys that were the Road Warriors knockoff, a post-apocalyptic four-man group with Nikki Cross, and then a tag team of two people that knew each other, but they knew that secretly they were going to kill each other, which is DIY. You had four of those crazy fuckers.
Mm-hmm.
I know. All right, moving on to the next topic of the subject. Well, let's talk about Ric Flair. I'm going to show this right here. I'm going to show this right here, and then I'll bring it up on my phone. Ladies and gentlemen, let me fix this so you guys can see this. It's going fast. I guess Joe's chilling with his family, which I'm glad he is. Here we go. Okay. Actually, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're right back. We're back. You want to see more of that? Check out NXT Time with D-Walk Wednesdays at 9:30. Mr. Flint 810. We talked about that now. Thank you. This is going to be talking about the quote. I mean, of the tweet that Ric Flair said, and I'm going to talk about something else that came out a few days ago. They could do BNCO about this. This was at exactly 17 minutes, 50 seconds. Ric Flair said this on a tweet. This was at 20th of December, 2024 at 1:46 p.m. There seems to be some disconnect. This isn't about Wendy or anybody in my family. This is about a guy who owes me money from a business arrangement 20 years ago. I mean, literally a $2 million business deal. I think about it every day. People always assume that with me, it has something to do with a woman. In this case, it absolutely does not. I would drop his name, but then I would have another lawsuit. I already lost one to him because I couldn't afford to fight the insurance company. Okay. So he's saying allegedly that someone still owes him $2 million from a deal years ago. Out of nowhere, Carrie Silken, whoever the fuck from ROH, apparently, says, please pay me back the $41K you owe me for failing to appear at 4 signings. Sincerely, Carrie Silken.
Damn.
Also, there was some back and forth with the comments, and obviously when someone's insecure, you fight back with the comments. He replies to a person named JM65179. That was the thing. One of my greatest wrestling heroes turned out to be the lowest scumbag of all the people I dealt with. Nobody screwed me. We're talking Bret Hart, Bruno, Bobby Heenan, Mick Foley, Ricky Steamboat, Dusty Rhodes. Everyone was a pleasure except at Ric Flair, Nat Nature Boy. Now, apparently, because Carrie Silken had to open his fucking mouth, Carrie Silken owes $2 million to Ric Flair in a deal we don't know what it is, but apparently there was a deal made that he never got paid for it, right? And Ric Flair really can't drink anymore as he used to, so he really can't be in his rest. So this might be his pills talking, and he does have the actual pacemaker in his body.
Yeah.
20 years ago, it got to be cocaine.
Well, momentary lapse in judgment of the mind. So he says this. Carrie Silken outs himself like a dumbass and says, well, you owe me $41,000 for the missing of 4 signings, which I can believe, D-Walk, because that's how he kind of he dips out sometimes. That's what Ric Flair does. If you pay him a lot of money, he'll get there around $41,000 to $50,000, and that depends if you get there or not. It's Ric Flair. Like the name alone, once you get there, you're gonna get your money back.
Yeah,
you're gonna get your money back, guaranteed. Even if he just walks in and sits in a chair and just does this for 2 hours, you're gonna get your money back, guaranteed. So when he retaliates and says all those names, I mean Bret Hart, Bruno Sammartino, rest in peace. Bobby Heenan, rest in peace. Ricky Steamboat, I think he's still alive. Dusty Rhodes, rest in peace. That's the guy from NXT I told you about. Everyone was a gem except for Ric Flair. Now I want to bring up another tweet that Joe brought up in the chat that connects to Ric Flair. That at one point Ric Flair was crapping on his daughter, just straight up crapping on his daughter lately,
That's crazy to me.
Which is. But again, she's had a lot of bad choices that kind of pissed him off. No excuse for him to say this shit, but she has a really bad taste in men. Really bad taste. She loves Latino guys who are just assholes. That's on her. Because of the Latinos, not because of the assholes, just the assholes. What are your thoughts on Ric Flair now after so many years? And you don't know who Ric Flair is, but you know the name of Ric Flair. After so many, exactly. After so many years, asking for $2 million, but then someone comes with a receipt saying that $41,000, and the fact that I told you about the story of his son.
Yeah.
And now he only has his daughter left, and now he's crapping his daughter.
I don't know. I don't know about all the drama, but I don't get why you would shit on your own kid publicly
On Twitter.
Yeah. So I have to say about that. I don't know about the money shit. I don't have any speculation to say for that. Don't shit on your kid.
I get that. You don't have to be a wrestling fan to be like this accusation. Like, I did something for you. You owe me $2 million. But then instead of saying yes, you retaliate and say, well, you owe me $41,000. Like,
which that's a big difference.
He's not saying no for the $2 million. He's just trying to deflect. That's what I'm looking at it. D-Walk, your thoughts?
Karma something.
Yeah.
Like I said, Ric Flair would have did it something like if he would have sent that message privately, well, nobody even know. They probably even thought he was broke or something. Since he said that, it's gonna come a lot more people for to come out and be like, man, you owe me money too. Oh yeah, you owe me money. Oh yeah, you owe me money. That $2 million is gonna be gone if you get that.
Yep. Ric Flair has always been a guy that spends like high flying, like women wheeling, dealing. He lives up to the moniker of him being Ric Flair, the nature boy, the guy that just has limousines and fine clothes. But in the last 10 years, he's fallen the fuck off. D-Walk knows about the commercials that come out like about 4 years ago. He came out with like the General and a couple other things. He just came out everywhere. And he came out in music videos, like in cameos. He was making a shitload of money in cameos.
Yeah.
A shitload, because like you can name the price, your own price on Cameo. So he put up high, and it's like, but he had to pay his ex-wife.
Well, yeah, well, it's like 4 or 5 of them, wasn't it?
Yeah, he has a lot of ex-wives.
Hey, the one thing I can't say about Ric Flair is you survived crashing the plane into a mountain twice.
Yep.
You had to sell your soul on something.
At one point, that's true. At one point, Mr. Ric Flair apparently and supposedly and allegedly was on a plane with other wrestlers and SA'd a woman by doing a tilt-a-whirl with his phallus and saying to the stewardess, "Please grab," or other things.
That was on a plane ride from hell. That's the one where Kurt Hennig got fired when he landed because him and Brock Lesnar was wrestling. He was trying to throw Brock Lesnar off the plane. And anybody know that's one dude you don't fuck with. You leave Brock Lesnar alone.
We'll watch the documentary if you want. It's actually like a 1 hour. Yeah. It was just a plane ride, baby.
Yeah.
So much shit happened from a plane ride from one place to the next, up in the air. They almost died. The door was open almost. Fucking wrestling during the thing. So I think someone cut someone's hair.
Oh, X-Pac cut Michael P.S. Hayes' hair when he fell asleep.
Yeah, and he woke up fucking pissed about to beat the crap out of people. But again,
it's a lot of stuff that happened. It's a lot of like that plane ride from hell. It's funny. Kurt Angle was on there. Vince McMahon and Kurt Angle was wrestling. Then you had Mr. Perfect trying to throw Brock Lesnar off the plane. You had it was crazy.
That should be a movie right there.
That was kind of like a movie. This is a good documentary. Vice News did it. Let's not spoil anymore. Let's continue on. Ric Flair, shut the fuck up and learn your lesson, please.
Yeah.
Moving on. Now this is going to try to be a reenactment of a transaction between Matt Riddle and I have to say the word world-class professional big-time wrestling.
Okay.
It's a long-ass name, dude.
All right.
That's why I had to abbreviate it on the title up above.
WW something something something.
WCPBTW.
Yeah,
that's a lot. Now, supposedly and allegedly, you know what? Let's just show the video right now. Let's go. 48 seconds. We'll be back.
Lights down, low, we're in the zone. Talking legends on the microphone. Steel cage stories, breaking bones. P.U.W.F, you feel at home. Underdogs rising to the top. Flashy moves, they never stop. Voice to the fans, now stop talk. Walking in legend steps we rock. Mass lands echo with history's ghosts. Underappreciated, still the most. Every episode we raise a toast. Fans worldwide, coast to coast. Iconic moments, bell to bell. Epic tales, time will tell. Heroes, villains, in the swell. Feel the drama, hear the yell. From backyard brawls to stage lights.
All right. And we're back.
Adios, pendejos.
Yeah, my girl. With you for Christmas. Now, okay. What you're seeing right here in the background right now is a worded transaction between I'm gonna just call him WCP and Matt Riddle. Now, apparently WCP rented him, and the results are this. So I'm gonna try to role play. The role of Matt Riddle will be Cardala, which is ironically wearing glasses that Matt Riddle would wear. So when I say when try to talk and do like this a lot. And if you can say shaka bra like every 2 minutes, that would work too.
Okay.
He doesn't say that, but that's just a representation.
Getting a character here.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. You are a stoner who never wears any shoes.
I'm not.
I'm saying in the character, Matt. But you are Matt Riddle. You are a stoner. You do not wear shoes. You used to be in UFC. You know you can fight, but your cockiness is above your head. All right? I'll put that out there. There we go. Oh, got it. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Malfunction.
A little malfunction.
I'm ZWCP. Hi, Dylan. This is Michelle Gray. I'm the manager for Matt Riddle. I'm the manager. Okay. So you're Dylan. Oh, it doesn't matter.
No,
okay.
what?
You're Matt Riddle. In the communication, I'll be representing the best interest. We haven't received a deposit from you, and he is headed to the airport to join you for your event, but I'm insisting we get a deposit beforehand. If you can send at least 25% of the agreed upon salary, that would go great. Otherwise, he won't be able to come. Thanks. Hi, Dylan. I'm confused why you won't text over phone. To be aware, I will be recording phone calls if I do answer. You can either send a deposit or Matt will, whatever. And then the deposit was sent. Here's all the stuff right here to pay to Riddle Bro. All right. Got that already. Here we go. I just received this message. Is this legit? I don't know this person. Would you mind calling Dad or I? If you need a deposit, we'll be happy. If it's legit, I ask my manager to handle my bookings from now on. So this is you. Okay, so say that, please. Now this is Matt Riddle talking. All right, Meryl Streep. Speaking, just go. All right, action. Shit.
It's legit. Shaka bro. I asked my manager to handle my bookings from now on.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, find it. I gotta find it now.
You scrolled the wrong way.
No, I gotta find it. It's a lot of things here. It's a lot of things. Okay. How would you like us to send the money? I don't recall ever sending you a payment electronically prior. So where would you like us to send it? I hope you understand me questioning it, as I've never heard of her. If you want us to go to her in the future, that's fine. Okay. Right. And there's a lot of crazy things here. Here we go. You said that part, the top part.
Wonderful. You have his telephone number, so whichever preferred method of payment that's immediate will be acceptable. I don't need to speak with you on the phone. I prefer our communication remain is writing. Thank you.
I find my recording. I'm just trying to figure out where to send. You don't say that part. Say that bottom part. There we go.
We no longer accept PayPal though.
Okay, completely understandable. Thank you. What time does he arrive to Columbus? And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So what was
The point of all this, and he says, okay, Mr.
Mr. Riddle will verify with you. That's not a problem at all.
Okay, that's good.
So somebody's sending money to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And then here we go. Okay, I'll say this first. Please verify payment was received along with the time he set to land in Columbus and arrive at the venue. Thank you. Matt Riddle.
Well, he won't be arriving without a deposit. Excuse me. His flight was scheduled at 8:15 with a 10:35 arrival. He will not be on the flight because of the payment delay. Payment was received via Venmo. The next available flight PETA him in at 3:45. If the event is missed, then he'll refund the payment.
Thank you. The meet and greet was from 12 to 5. If he lands at 3:45, he'll miss the meet and greet. The super show starts at 7. The deal was for him to do the 5-hour meet and greet and super show. I guess we'll have to work something out whenever he arrives.
Okay. We'll work something out before. If it's not agreeable, he won't be coming.
Okay, what do you suggest?
His rate is $5,000 a match. If there is a meet and greet, he will receive all of it. Expenses for flight, hotel, and car.
Okay, so I'm here. I'll give him $3,000 for the match, and he can keep his meet and greet.
Well, considering it was a promised $8,000 day, that won't work, but please reach out in the future with any bookings. Thank you.
I am now requesting a refund of my $2,000. And then you said that part?
Refunded, now sent.
And that's it. So.
End scene.
End scene. Thank you.
Bravo.
Thank you. D-Walk, hearing all this shit where because they were little waiting bitches, they lost 5,000. It was supposed to be 8,000. They brought it down to 5,000 because he didn't want to get there on time because the money wasn't there yet.
Mm-hmm.
The flight, and he was going to get there late anyway. He wanted the 5,000 anyway, even though he wasn't going to do the 5-hour meet and greet.
Yeah.
5,000 meet and greet is 5 hours, and you only do a 10-minute match. That's it. Maybe 15. And you sit in a chair for 5 hours. You don't like walk around or stand all day. You just sit there and chill. And people come in, you sign cards, and you shake their hands, you take pictures.
Yeah.
That's it. So, D-Walk, your thoughts on that?
I thought it was how you say it, stupid.
Okay, I get that. Cardala being a casual fan, and you don't know who Matt Riddle is. Well, I'm asking this question. I'm looking at a picture of Matt Riddle so you understand who you were acting. What are your thoughts on that? On the whole, like, I don't want to come until I don't want to like arrive until you two, this is a picture.
I think that's pretty unprofessional. Like, it's understandable.
That's it.
It's understandable.
The better one.
I mean, he's got long hair. Okay.
He's a
Yeah.
hippie.
So it's understandable if you're just starting out that like you wouldn't necessarily have money in some cases, but besides that, there's no reason, that you should be stressing about somebody paying you like for a job. Like you should be able to get around or like figure out booking flights or something. So I don't know. It just all seemed very like weird and scammy, and like the number kept changing. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like first it was 5,000, and then okay, they suggested 3,000, which that's cool. Like, is that including the 2,000 they already sent, so they only send another 1,000.
It would it would have been another 1,000 because they already sent 2,000.
And then do they handle transportation? Because like I get that, like if you're considering costs and stuff, then you take that into consideration. But like, yeah, he was just throwing numbers around. That was just weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
I will say being a freelancer is stressful sometimes. Like figuring that shit out.
You have to guarantee flight, home, and car. At least that. Like someone to pick you up from the airport, and someone to take you to the airport. That's one good thing because you're in.
Or an Uber.
Or an
Uber.
Ride,
whatever.
Okay.
You know,
like,
I've taken a $45 Uber ride because the person who I was visiting didn't feel like picking me up from the airport.
Okay.
All right, I get that.
Now get this. You are a celebrity. You are a name. Are you gonna take that name that if you're in a town that everyone knows you wrestling wise, you gotta take the train home or the train to the airport? No. You need a ride.
An Uber XL.
Yes. And then the flight alone. Like I need a flight, not first class, obviously. I just need a flight.
Business.
There and a flight back home.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't live there. He lives far away.
Mm-hmm.
And if I have to stay there a day, I like a good room. Give me like a little motel or Airbnb, something like that.
Yeah, I would say that plus like 3,000 for the day is like.
Right. But because you have not done the 5-hour meet and greet, I would be like, all right, fine, 3,000. 3,000, like, D-Wop, what number is good for you? Like, as a number, if you would have got late and did a match, one match at least, right? How much would you pay Matt Riddle?
$50.
Come on now. Realistically, if you were a booker, how would you you're gonna get if you have invested anyway and put 5,000 in the thing anyway, first off they wanted 8,000. If World Championship Professional Big Time Wrestling has the money to freaking do that, you're gonna get your investment back. You're gonna get $8,000 back from ticket sales, merchandise, and promotions. People are going to come to your place now from now on because Matt Riddle's been there. On that same day that he wasn't there, Mick Foley was there, and a couple other good wrestlers were there. A couple. But he wasn't there. And he's like, oh, everyone that was here was super nice, super calm, super chill, whatever. But Matt Riddle being a guy that, I don't know. I think it's both. I think it's both their faults. They asked him, but he was haggling. That's why he was stalling. He was haggling, in my opinion, to try to get a lower price for the same appearance. They asked for 8. He went for 5. They said 5 anyway. Then he went for 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, "We're not accept. Okay, they give me back my 2." He was trying to get every cent back.
Yeah.
I'm saying that it's your money. But if you're throwing $8,000 there for one guy, when you can get those $8,000 for 2 or 3 low-level wrestlers, but still something, I would get the low level and make your place famous by having the regular low levels come in there and do some shit.
Right.
Matt Riddle's a high-level guy. Whether you like him or not, he's a good wrestler. He's adaptable. He doesn't wear any shoes, so he's a very gimmicky kind of guy. But apparently he's a fucking he ghosts. So how about carajo? So with that being said, I want to say, Matt Riddle, I'm not trying to attack you. Don't come at me because you're very insecure. I know you are. And just the fuck alone. I have a beautiful girlfriend here. You have a beautiful wife at home. No way, you got divorced. My bad. I didn't want to say it like that. You did get divorced though. That was on you. Not a boo boo. With that, yeah, my head's going down. With that was P.U.W.F, the podcast for underappreciated wrestling fans. We will see you Wednesday with a very, 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 very lax and chill NXT time with D-Wop. Remember, we have to think about his health. So we're going to have nice little talks, good discussions, no screaming, no daddy chill button, no catch me outside button, none of that. I'm going to tell Joe, it's like if you're visiting your grandma at the home. Patience and just very slow talking in front of D-Walk. We're all good. I love him. I don't want him to get hurt. That's a joke, D-Walk. That's throwing a damn at that nasty face. Anyway, thank you.
No.
He's like this.
No, I'm good.
All right. I want to say thank you, D-Walk, for passing by. See everyone, Mr. Flint 810 on Wednesdays. Mr. 810 on Wednesdays, 9:30. All right. We might have some guests. Shout out to Black Couch Booking. Shout out to Riddle and his girlfriend. Shout out to anyone that wants to pass by. Shout out to B-Mac. Shout out to everyone that knows. Joe BNCO, Came to Destroy, Invisible Woman. Shout out to my second girlfriend, Kiara. I love you and all my ex-girlfriends. You know who you are. You ain't getting this no more. My girlfriend's back. Stay healthy. Stay happy. And remember, the P.U.W.F, which is the podcast that only appreciate wrestling fans, is about love, equality, honesty, unbiased wrestling news, rumors, and having fun with guests that come and go. But, and only but, when we get pissed off and we target somebody, try to come at us, we're just gonna freaking beat your ass. And what we say here,
catch me outside. How about that?
We really do mean it. Good night.
Damn, Rican, where you found this? P.U.W.F exclusive. This is the podcast for unappreciated wrestling fans. If you don't like it, suck our D-Walk, Joe BNCO, and the Invisible Man.